Well, what's up, everyone? It's me, goblinmaxxer. As you can see, I'm in the middle of a forest with some bare trees. That is because I've done a little sneaky bit of rearranging. Well, I'm not sure if I've ever showed this area off before, but you see there's a lot of birch trees, but as we move over here, it's more so oak trees. They aren't naturally generated. We just had an event which is organized by me, none other, where we replaced all the birch trees for the oak trees. Hold on, that looks ugly. Now, stop. Okay, there we go. Turned off the hitboxes, and now there's a big chat. What is this? Client version info? Yes, I'm playing on 1.21.8. Oh shit, that's my IP. I'm gonna have to edit that out, but yeah, we just did that. And by we, it was like me and maybe like one other person. I think it was Doggy that opened it. Let me get a better vantage point here. Yeah, so all these oak trees that you see, they were manually planted by me in the spawn of a birch tree. And then over here, I thought these just looked really funny being called, so I kept them like that. But in other news, let's see, what did I do in other news? Oh yeah, let me just fly up real quick, get a vantage point, and stall out and down. Fly up, get a good view of my work so far. And see this entire outer ring, or not entire, but a good chunk of the outer ring has been explored. And well, let's see. To be honest, it would be fastest if I just went back to spawn and built a portal all the way out. Or would it? Actually, I don't think it would. I think it would be best if I don't know, just go along this diagonal here. Let's see. Ooh, but I don't have my second elytra on me. But in terms of how it's going today, I mean, it's going really well. I just woke up at 12 in the afternoon and I played Minecraft all day. So basically the best day ever. Yeah, pretty much. I understand that is kind of loser behavior, but it's my 3-day weekend. I'm going to spend it how I want to, damn it. And you can't stop me. You can't. It's not possible. Let's fly over to the corner, as I said I was gonna do. And I also kind of figured out how I want to do this. I want to ascend anywhere from like 35 to 40 degrees, anything higher than that, and it just ends up stalling. And then here, let's get things started. You want to angle up to negative 2.2, and then well, let's see, 180 minus 45 is 135. So we want to be facing 135 here. Then we angle up to 2.2, and then we press escape to lock it in so we can move our mouse freely around. And now we just cruise. And this will automatically explore the diagonal for us. Of course, I have the map as well that I can just, scroll around in. And this has been a pretty fun adventure. You can see I have a bunch of waypoints around the side. These are all temples, the G's, and the V's are villages. And then, let's see, I just want to triple check here. Yeah, no, there's no guardian temple out there. So, yeah. And the thing about, I found the negative 2.2, geez, what is it, the X rotation value in a Reddit post. And, I mean, it's worked really well for me. I mean, you can see how slow we're falling. We're going like a decently respectable, let's see, what is that, like 20 blocks per second, multiply that, because we're going in a right angle, it's 20 blocks per second in each direction, so the legs of the triangle are 20, and it's a 45-degree triangle, so we're going around, let's see, that's 0.4, around 28 blocks per second. Actually, like, close to exactly and around are the same freaking thing, I don't know why. So yeah, around 28 blocks per second, which is pretty dang crazy. And of course you could also factor for the Y You can make it, you know, a three-dimensional sort of triangular pyramid. And for that, you just do the Pythagorean theorem twice. But as you can imagine, it's like 2 per second and 2 squared versus 28 squared. 28 squared is a much larger number, so it's really negligible the amount of BPS it adds. But if you really felt like it, you could just say it was like 30 BPS and just say, oh, I'm rounding up to the tens. And I mean, I wouldn't really fault you, but some more specific number liking people would certainly fault you for that. I think that's G11, unless it's not. I think I'm going to... Yeah, that is G11. Okay. And then once I get down to around the surface, or I'm gonna run into a mountain, I just start the ascension process again. Yeah, see, look at this. Wait, whoa, look at this. What? This is the coolest island. Oh my goodness. Hold on. let me go around this one. Let me go around this one. Yeah. No for it. Sorry, that was a horrible impression. What is this biome, anyways? Is this like wooded vanlands? Windswept Savanna Islands. I should have expected that because the windswept savannas over there. But yeah, this is sick. It's in like this. It's in this sort of bay area. Cool Island 3? Yeah, because I think I have 2 other cool islands. Yeah, hold on. I just gotta find them real quick. I know. Cool thing over here. Oh yeah, it's just like a grass clearing in the middle of windswept gravelly hills. Or to be more specific, plains. And there's this cool pit, which is just... Well, it's just like a cave, but it's covered in snow. That one's also really cool. But let's keep going to the corner, because I figured out that going to the corner is actually... it doesn't even take that long, you know, for a video, so I can surely close this out. I've been getting more consistent with my running recently, which is really good, because, well, for those of you that don't know, I used to run a lot, and I kind of stopped, because I actually got injured. I think it was because I tried to do too much too quickly, and I ended up getting a fracture in my, oh jeez, what was it? The inside of my shin. Wait, no, the inside of my ankle. It was a weird fracture. They said it was weird because it was non-fluid bearing bone, but it still happened. Which I mean, honestly, that sucked a lot because I had to relegate myself to like biking, and at first it was like I didn't have an actual bike, so I had to just go on those stationary bikes. And oh my god. Dude, every time I talk about stationary bikes, I kind of like get chills. But like metaphorically, I don't actually get chills because I'm a epic and stoic, and I don't get affected by material pain anymore. But the real reason it's just horrible. It's horrible, dude. Going on a stationary bike is just mental torture. It's probably even used by the CIA to get people to admit to wrongdoings, or even just fabricate, like, oh, I did it, just whatever, just get me off the stationary bike, Oh my gosh, it's who invented that? Why do you do that to yourself? These are also cool little piddly islands here. But yeah, then I eventually moved to like an actual bike, and I was like, oh, okay, this is not actually that bad. See another temple, don't worry. Because mountain biking is actually, well, I found it extremely fun because it's exhilarating. Like, when you run, you can only go so fast, but when you're on a bike, you can go, like, dangerously fast. Like, super dangerously fast. And if you want to, like, hear more about, like, my biking adventures, you can watch, like, my old survival videos. Because I did go crazy on the mountain bike. I actually ended up dislocating my shoulder. which, yeah, that was not fun. That was a very terrifying experience for me, actually. Which just goes to show how much I've actually gone through in life. Not a lot, thankfully. Uh, yeah, that was a bit of a scary experience for me. It seems like we're gonna come up just a little bit short at the corner, but that's honestly like whatever. It's close enough. But I swear, dude, you just find these things like it's like everywhere. They're so common. It's like finding a pigeon. Unless you're not from an area with pigeons, in which case, imagine something else you find commonly. That's what finding these is like. Because they're very common. Nice reference, dude. Nice fucking reference. Thank you so much. Wow, I appreciate that. Yeah, we're just going over a bunch of stupid sparse jungles. Sparse jungles sucks, dude. Oh yeah, and in terms of the advancement, I only really have a few more biomes to get here, and that's ice spikes? Seriously? That's the only one I'm missing. Oh. Oh yeah, I guess I have never run into an ice spikes biome, so shoot. Ow! I didn't think I'd get caught by that. Oh well, I did. Fair, fair. Hold on, let's realign ourselves. And then we'll go back to the map and just check here that we haven't missed anything. I've also been marking villages, but remarkably, there seem to have been absolutely 0 villages along the diagonal. Which is weird because along the edge there are like tons of villages, but they just don't spawn along diagonals, I guess. Watch, there's gonna be one like right in here. I'm gonna be like, proven wrong. Like a liberal. Let's see, how are we looking? Yeah, we're looking fine, but we're looking fine, bro. We're good. We are here. So I don't have to do this anymore, but I will give you the liberty of checking it out on extreme mode, which will probably melt my PC, but don't worry about it because it's my PC and not yours. So, okay, yeah, I remember. This is gonna take a few minutes, if not a while, if not forever. I like how most of my content nowadays is resorted to me just milking the Distant Horizons mod. Thankfully, my PC is boss mode and it can actually handle a lot of this stuff remarkably well. I forget what my GPU is. I think it's a 3090. I'm not sure. I don't bother to remember the exact numbers, so I could just be being, completely stupid here. Come on. Give me that screenshot. Okay, hold on. Let's angle upwards towards not 10.4, but like just angle enough so that holy moly, I just realized how freaking boss mode this looks. Come on, get that beacon back in there. Get that beacon. There we go. Awesome. That's a freaking amazing thumbnail. Alright, we're gonna touch down. We're gonna head off for the night. I just want to say thank you guys very much for watching, and sweet dreams. Goodbye. Also, like and subscribe. Bye. Well, no, you don't have to.